Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to WCA American Qualifiers. My name is NoT. Joining me today, as always, is Trout. We also have NoT Packs on Stats today. Thank you so much for joining us here. Of course, our last day before the Grand Finals on June 1st and June 2nd. We're here in the semifinals, the third day of action. It is going to be, to start things off, Root Gaming versus NoT Today, the one side of the bracket. Very excited to bring you the action, as always, today. Trout, how you feeling going into this matchup, man?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think this is actually a relatively even matchup. We've seen a lot of fun play from actually both sides, especially NoT Today, really. They pulled out a crazy 2-0 victory the last time we saw them, which was versus Leviathan. That was a hell of a series.
Absolutely. Could have gone 3 games, but the 2-0, it took a long time, long-winded. You could argue that Leviathan, well, they should have won that series. They could have won that series. Regardless, as it stands, that'll be our first series, and it's going to be coming right up. Our second series of the day, of course, is going to be Narvi versus Summers. We're very excited for that matchup as well, but we're going to jump right into the game here. We're into the draft now. Looking forward to seeing how this does play out with 6.84. It's very exciting. Into the draft we go as we have Root Gaming versus NoT Today. Already the first interesting band coming through, Undying. Unsurprisingly, this hero has been picked up in not just WCA America, but Dota 2 Canada Cup has been picked up. You know, other lands, other tournaments going on as well. They've been picking up the hero, but it gets banned immediately in this one.
Yeah, and I've seen different levels of play and just levels of understanding with this hero. We saw, who was it that we saw yesterday? Fogged.
Yes.
Fogged played it and just knew exactly what he was doing. He was aggressive with it, but he also knew the limitations of the hero too. You can't just run in and throw out a tombstone willy-nilly. You have to be a little bit frugal with it, honestly. And you have to be a little bit careful you just have to understand when they can kill it quickly and when they can't. I think that's the most important thing. We've also seen some teams like Summer's Rift where they played it, Demon was playing it, and they played it just as like a support that was just pulling in the safe lane and just pulling, like just getting experience that way, but not being aggressive with it, and that didn't work out at all.
Yeah.
So while it still is a very, very strong hero, especially in the early stages of 6.84, I still think you have to have a good understanding of what you're doing. But regardless, they banned it out. They are first overall pick wow, a PL ban actually from Root. I know NoT Today picks this up a lot. They actually run it in the solo mid sometimes. But that's very interesting to me to see a PL. I don't know if I really value him as first pick material, but Root do.
I mean, we saw NoT Today the other day, and they didn't pick a PL. They had the first game, they picked up Lena, I believe it was Lena. Maybe, no, yeah, it was Lena for Smash. Then they had Ifrit playing the offlaner or solo safe Brood. And then I can't remember what Van was playing. I think it was the Lifestealer. The second game coming out for NoT Today, Smash Brewmaster, offlane, I think, Lena or something like that for Ifrit, and then another hero that I can't quite think of right now. I think in the mid lane.
They had mid lane Panda for Smash, I know that.
Yeah, what was safe lane then? I can't quite remember. Either way, they crushed those 2 games. Well, I say crushed. It was very close, but either way. So these are weird bans. I guess the Queen of Pain ban is acceptable. The Winter Wyvern ban definitely acceptable. We see that so often. Spirit Breaker first pick, and that's something we'll see a lot more of as we get through 6.84, I believe. This hero is just so strong.
Yeah, I don't blame them for picking that up at all. Based off the fact that NoT Today picked up the Brood so quickly, even against counters like Spirit Breaker and Storm picked up, I wouldn't be surprised for them to see a Spirit Breaker pick up and then also a Brood. They could run Spirit Breaker as a 4, they could run Brood offlane or safe lane if they want to. Just because of how good that guy is with the hero Ifrit. I wouldn't be surprised to see that come out. But they go with the Spirit Breaker, Gyrocopter, who's like the flavor of the week pickup here as 6.84 is fresh. A lot of teams are experimenting with that hero now.
That change, that Rocket Barrage change, made him so good. It was really that change, honestly. I mean, there were a couple of changes in 6.83. The call down, obviously, you could force to have a homing missile, but who really cares about that? I think it's that Rocket Barrage cast animation not having to rev up anymore. It's pretty fantastic at this point. So he could just run at him while he's casting his Rocket Barrage. That's so much damage. Plus, it's all about team fighting, and Call Down provides you that like mid-game team fight where he can also carry later with right-click if need be. In almost all of the games, I haven't seen a Gyrocopter be super effective with his right-click later on down the line. It's mostly just been about him just like accruing an early lead for his team with all of his abilities.
It's funny because I don't even think the buffs to Gyrocopter were like that significant directly. I think it's more of, in this metagame, certain heroes that like to fight early and like to promote early game fighting and tons of aggression, those are obviously going to be popular. So I'm talking about Undying, it's interesting that we see a Treant, but heroes like Undying, Spirit Breaker, these heroes got, well, Undying certainly got a buff, and just items in general promote more early game play. And so what's a hero that kind of supplements with that? I think Gyrocopter is a good hero, or a good answer to that. So it's not necessarily the buff. I mean, yes, the Rocket Barrage is great. It's such a luxury buff. It feels so much better when you're playing it. But it's more of teams want to draft a lineup that's more early game oriented, and he happens to be a one-position carry that likes to fight early. Now, we saw Gyrocopter played in different ways. We saw, for instance, it played by Moo, who was actually here, again, for Root Gaming. Played it very well. He went treads, drums, BKB, MKB, something like that, but he was still constantly fighting. He was like 9-0 early on.
Yeah.
We've also seen Gyrocopter played like Corey played it, and went for a much more like old school build with Phase Boots Helm of the Dominator and just try to farm it out, and that didn't work out at all.
No.
So we'll have to see. I think Moo will do the same thing. He also went for a Scotty that game.
I like the idea of drums just because the Treads drum allows for that early game aggression. You could get away with just running at people. You're tanky enough to deal with it. You have that move speed as well. And then you transition to the late game as well. I think that's probably the build, but at the same time, again, it's more about running at the heroes with whatever heroes he has to help him out. The Shadow Fiend, obviously very good with raises. Treant Protector as well is going to get picked up for Root Gaming. That was the flavor of the month for 6.83. I don't believe Treant was really changed. I'm going to check that out here while we've got a second. Night Stalker on the other side, pretty solid hero. They didn't really touch him either in the patch. That hero is still very solid, and for some reason people haven't been picking him as much recently, but I'm a big fan of this hero, the Night Stalker coming out.
Yeah, it's interesting. They got triple melee right now, which is really bad against Treant Protector. But they have ways of, I guess, dealing with that. You can Dark Pact it, you grab some BKBs. But typically Treant Protector, especially, like, man, if they were able to maybe get Enigma and make it work, they just love melee heroes, and lots of them. And that's what NoT Today is showing. So they go with the Wisp, actually, as their second support for Root Gaming. So Treant and a Wisp, which is pretty nice. I mean, you can tether and then overcharge if your HP is low, bottle up, and also get the living armor. And it just tons of regen to really save that Gyro or that Shadow Fiend. So I like that. Lion, hopefully to potentially burst down that Wisp. And in any engagement, you always want to kill the Wisp first, so maybe that's why they want to pick up this Lion.
Yeah, the IO is the go-to target so that he doesn't overcharge your team for days. Doesn't get away with murder, essentially, on the IO. It's important to get him levels. Treant Protector the same as well, to get the level 6 up, get the overgrowth going through, but more importantly, the living armor levels as well. The IO Treant Protector, pretty solid combo. You don't often see an IO 4th pick come out, but, you know, in 6.84, anything's possible. Line for NoT Today, that's their first real ranged here, which I'm a big fan of as well. Last band coming through, it's going to be the Phoenix as well as the Timbersaw. Last picks coming through as well. Let's see. Gyro, safe lane, Treant Protector, IO with him, Shadow Fiend mid, so they need an offlaner. You have Spirit Breaker or Night Stalker in the offlane, maybe even a dual lane offlane. So I think they might need a mid here for NoT Today. So offlaner for Root, mid for NoT Today is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, I'm looking at lots of melee heroes. I think Axe would be pretty good. Axe is thought of as a really good hero against Slark because he can't do really anything once you get called. They're going to go with a Puck, though, instead. Okay. It's really good against Spirit Breaker, stopping the charge, making it so he can't maneuver around. I would have thought Axe to be quite good just because of how strong it is against Slark, and I know that Root Gaming like it, but they go with the Puck. So we haven't seen offlane Pucks very much lately. I'm interested to see how that does. It is on Dire, so he's going to have a little bit of an easier time than if he were on Radiant, as long as he gets a good block.
I'm not too big of a fan when it's against the line, but I think what they're going to do for NoT Today is they're going to do dual lanes. I think they might do an aggro dual lane with like Night Stalker and another hero, and then like well, it would have to be Night Stalker or Spirit Breaker, then Lion Slark safe lane, so maybe not.
They could go like Night Stalker, Lion, and Spirit Breaker, Leshrac. Yeah. Or they could also go Lion, Spirit Breaker, Night Stalker, Leshrac. They have lots of different options. I know, mind is blown, right?
It's just I can't. Also, 5th pick Leshrac.
Yeah.
It's 6.84.
Yeah, so. And it's going to be Smash playing that. I'm saying, you know, I was saying this whole time they could do this dueling to the Leshrac, but I forgot that they have a Slark, and they're probably not going to run Slark mid. Although they do run PL mid a lot, so. But yeah, it's probably going to be Smash playing the Leshrac mid against Shadow Fiend. That's a relatively even matchup. I mean, you can just go for the Lightning build if you want and just spam it out, but then again, Shadow Fiend's just going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Shadow Fiend's just such a damn good mid. He's just a damn good mid. It's really hard to find. I mean, Quap is like the closest thing you can find to really shut him down. Or the old Sniper. Sniper will have a little bit more trouble now.
I don't know how they didn't touch him in this last patch, but I think honestly, he just wins almost every matchup that he's in ever. It's ridiculous and it's kind of absurd to think about. But at the same time, TC, I think he played it in 2 of the 3, maybe even all 3 games against Wheel. It might have been what he was doing, and I think he had so good farm in like all of those games too.
Smash is actually buying what looks like not mid items. I don't know, maybe he's rushing the new Magic Wand, because these are kind of like items from Magic Wand, but let me check out Van's items. Okay, no, it looks like he wants to go safe lane as well.
Yeah.
Typically you see the NoT Talisman rush when you're in mid, or the Wraith Band, or the, whatever you want. But because you get that extra 3 damage, which is really nice, just from nothing, just from making the recipe, but now I will say that there is potential if you're very, very aggressive on the Leshrac early on and you spam out your Split Earth. I mean, I talk about how good of a value point the LSA is from Lina, and it's a fantastic value point. If you hit the Split Earth, it's even better, because it costs the same mana, does the same damage, but it actually stuns for longer. It stuns for like 0.25 seconds longer. If you keep spamming that out and hitting it, you can totally crush the mid lane in levels 1 to 3. So he has a window of time from like levels 1 to 3 where he can totally dominate mid. If he misses that window, it's just going to be a farm fest where they start spamming each other out.
And then it's the good old Shadow Fiend. I'm going to just double raise your wave, and then I'm going to head to the jungle and just take a huge amount of stacks. And at that point, TC's going to be farmed up, and there's not much. They can maybe they have good rotating heroes, I will say that much. They have a Night Stalker, they have a Spirit Breaker, they can roam, and they can get kills. They have a Lion as well. Their rotations, especially at nighttime, are going to be huge. And that's when they need to get kills, honestly. Because I don't know if TC, he might get shut down a little bit by Smash, but I don't think he's ever going to get really shut down. So I think for Not Today, the emphasis has to be placed on getting kills on TC, or whoever for that matter, early on into this game, especially when it hits nighttime. That is their pattern of ganking coming through for Not Today. For Root on the other side, right now it's just going to be farming up, get some wards down, maybe run at heroes a little bit later, get level 6 in the IO specifically, and go from there.
Nice job by Voker, whoever that is, for Not Today. He pulled the creep. Oh, they're actually being really aggressive on Monkeys Forever playing the puck. He was able to land that stun. I think he still orbs away because the stun's such a low duration, but applying tons of pressure early on. They're going to get the lane back as well because they have a range creep in their favor. And yeah, this is an interesting build from the puck as well. He went double mango and only 1 real form of regen with the tangos. No HP pot, no, second stack of tangos. Actually, the second pounce hits Monkeys Forever. He's really trying to bait this one out. He does orb forward, and that's it. He's got a little bit of extra regen from the mangoes, but it's not much. So this lane is going to be super, super rough for him.
He's going to need to ferry out a salve, maybe even head home. I don't know how he's going to be able to get anything now. He has to play so far back as well. This offlane looking not great. I was not a big fan of the puck pickup in the first place, and if he dies here, it's not going to be great. Meanwhile, top lane, Leech Seed, Ifrit is going to be able to get away. They can't bring him down. Bottom lane, there's the Void up. They need an Earth Spike, but they already used it. He'll lose your but jaunt through. Out of tangos, and he used an Enchanted Mango as well. He's got no forms of regen left except for this one mango. He has to go home, I feel like, honestly.
Yeah, if he's looking at the lane position, there's no reason that he should kind of stay around here. But at the same time, he can't go bottom rune because they're already camping that. So this is just a disaster. It all started with one. He didn't get a very good block because he was camping out the bottom rune, but that was already taken. I think if you know you're going to secure the top rune, the top bounty rune, you should just totally dedicate yourself to blocking because he could have gotten next to the tower, got a free level 2. But he let the range creep go by and didn't block the rest, and then Not Today smartly caught the range creep, and now they have perfect creep equilibrium. So this is going to be a really hard time to get any more levels for this puck. He's going to leech, I guess, this one, but that's not going to get him to level 2 yet. Actually, he's not even going to get leech that. Nice job by Van.
And he gets the pounce off too. Clarity was canceled. He was actually claritied up. He's got to jaunt away from the pounce, get out of the leash, go from there. Ifrit is in the top lane as well. Ifrit getting chased down. There is double damage rune for Fluff and stuff, but he's not going to use it just yet. So top lane is going pretty well, but not as well as the bottom lane is going. Meanwhile, middle lane is going to be 15 last hits coming out for the Shadow Fiend and only 11 for the Leshrac. Could be a lot worse for both of these heroes, really. But it seems to be somewhat even. The raises are coming out for TC, though. He has level 2 raise. Level 3 raise is really what you want. Then he'll head to the jungle or, Bottle Crow, what have you, as he gets his bottle. Now coming out to him. And I mean, this is the thing for Root. It feels like every game they just get TC off to such a fast start, honestly.
Yeah, and it looks like Smash did kind of miss that window I was talking about. I mean, it's difficult. Like you have to land like pretty much spam your splitters and land every single one of them, and then rush in for a kill or stand on the other side of the hill really confidently. But it's kind of difficult to do. And now Shadow Fiend's just going to do Shadow Fiend things until he gets ganked, or until Leshrac gets like a lucky haste rune or an invis rune. But yeah, should be kind of a stalemate here in mid for a while. But
Hex is up. Monkeys Forever gives away the first blood. He illusory-orbed, and they hex him at the perfect time from English, please. Sick play. That was nice.
English, please.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty funny, actually. I don't know who that is. I want to say it's Misko.
Yeah, he's their captain, the drafter.
And Stinger's probably Voker, I'm pretty sure. But I don't want to confirm that.
Yeah, that would make sense, yeah.
That seems to be the case. So that's a huge kill, and it's also 25 last hits for Van. He is having a fantastic time. He went for a bottle, too, by the way. The Slark going for the bottle, which is not super unusual, but...
Yeah, it looks also like maybe Moo's been missing CS top here, because he's up to 21, not 22, but he's definitely behind the Slark. And Slark, you've seen him. He spent a lot of time walking past the creep wave to actually prioritize zoning out the offlaner rather than getting CS. But he's also got good CS too, so he's doing quite well for himself.
As it stands now, the Gyrocopter can catch up, but the Slark getting off to a fast start, pretty good. Not going for any real Midas just yet. He has that bottle, obviously, like we talked about. And he's got his boots of speed up as well, so he's gonna maybe try to go for some early game aggression. And I don't really know about bottle pickup on a Slark. That's actually really interesting for me. I'm not sure if I've seen that too often.
Oh, he's running around, maybe trying to catch Monkeys Forever. He's gonna have to probably use a. Oh, there actually is crippling fear right now. Oh, he did it a little bit late. Did a little bit late.
He'll get away. That's silence duration that time. That's
It's 5 seconds, man.
ridiculous. So stupid. 5 seconds.
Surprised he didn't just use it. I know he wanted to use it in between the orbs, so he wasted it, but he had a good idea. It was just fortunate he couldn't execute it.
Leech Seed's going to go on to Ifrit, but he's pretty fast. He doesn't have Empowering Haste here. He's just going to walk away. It'll be fine. They smoke up on the side of Voker and English Please, Stinger and Misko, respectively. And they'll look for a kill down bottom. They need to get the silence off. Hex might go first. It will. There's the silence. The Void's up as well. They need the Earth Spike. They'll find it. Pounces up. Dark Pack going through. Easy kill. Just all the abilities thrown out there, and they get it done. And I really just, this puck is going to have such a rough time. Like, he's level 2 right now. Ifrit's level 3, so I guess it's not. But he's died twice in comparison to Ifrit not dying at all. That's really tough in that lane, honestly.
Yeah, and I think that Spirit Breaker right now in this patch especially is just a little bit more valued and a little bit more effective in the early to mid game than Puck can be. Puck is really item reliant, whereas Spirit Breaker is not. So that's the difference. Nice combination of spells though too. It could have been, they could have not got that kill if they stacked anything just a little bit worse, but they did a really good job about staggering their spells. So
okay, I'm going to use X. You're going to use Y. And they make sure they get it done. He actually takes a lot of damage just from one Dark Pact from Van. He has Shadow Dance. He can play very aggressively here. Like, Van is not in any real trouble whatsoever. He knows it. He's trying to be as aggressive as possible. And Monkeys Forever is going to just sit behind the tree line. At least he does have the wave now under his tower. He's going to pull the creep wave back as well, and he'll be able to get some experience here. He's up to level 3 now. Getting close to 4. Top lane. Same thing is happening to Ifrit. They're pushing in, though, and they really actually just want this tower. You can see the right click going in from Moo as well as Jason. Moo took a couple of tower hits, and so will Jason. They'll split it between the couple of them. Rocket Barrage goes. The creep's now in the tower. They do rotate up one hero. That is Voker. Charge is going to go in. They're going to find Moo and Brian. That is Fluff and stuff. Call down going through Ifrit. And trouble. Voker as well. Van comes in. There's the Dark Pact. They don't have relocate out just yet. Moo's low, but not dead yet. The overcharge going through. The pounce hits onto Jason. He's got no Nature's Guise. He will get Dark Pacted down. He'll fall. Maybe they get a kill on Moo. He's about to go, but actually dies to the tower.
Oh no, he voids the Wisp instead?
Oh, that was the wrong target. Now there's going to be the Shadow Dance going in. A TP coming through. That is from mid. Brian getting low. Fluff gonna fall. Double kill from Van. Look at the edict to the Pulse Nova. TC gets run it by Smash. Smash bottles up. Is he gonna survive here? Just barely with only about 26 HP. He'll TP out, but not today. Now with a 5-1 lead. Really good dive. They made a couple of misplays there. They don't get the Gyrocopter, but they still get a ton of kills, especially that Shadow Fiend who was having a fantastic time mid.
That's a rotation you just don't normally see from your one position Slark. Really nice movement there from Van. I think that also might have been his bottle charge that he gave to the Lesh. I'm not 100% sure, but I saw movement of his hero a little bit in the direction of Lesh as he was walking away with that last tower hit coming his way. Either way, nicely played. And TC, unfortunately, couldn't get double raises off. And only got one melee one. And he loses a lot of momentum, too. He had some really good CS. He's up to 57, but that was a devastating dive. Very, very costly dive there for Root.
Absolutely. And it's going to be even worse, too, because they're going to lose Fluff in the middle lane. He just gets destroyed by Split Earth and a Pounce coming in, and he had no help. Really well played so far. And now this is... It's only level 1 Edict, so it's not that big of a deal. But they're trying to take towers. They're trying to take objectives, as you see so often at this point in time in this patch. There's a charge top on the Moo. Ifrit will take a little bit of Rock Barrage. And Moo's doing the right thing as well. They're trying to take down towers themselves. They want to make sure they even up this net worth deficit that they have. Here's the call down. Smash will TP in. They get the deny, but Ifrit will pay for it. Nice Split Earth coming up, but it's only onto Jason. They will get up the Living Armor onto Moo, and he Rock Barrages, gets the double. Might get the triple, but the Pulse Nova and the Lightning Storm too strong for Smash. 2 for 2. They do get the deny coming in, and Smash getting that double kill is huge. That's a very big play coming out from him.
Definitely worth it, I think, if you're not. The fact that Leshrac is getting those kills and you denied the tower, and you lost your one position Gyro. That's the drawback, I think, with Gyro, if there is one right now in this patch, is that if you just focus him and you don't have another huge core, in this case they do. They got the Shadow Fiend. So it's not that big of a deal. But if you do focus him and kill him, they lose a lot of their momentum. English, please.
Oh no! That was sick from Monkey's Forever. He waited too long on that Finger of Death. Meanwhile, he's going to get Dream Coiled. Monkey's going to turn this. There's the Waiting Rift. Another couple of right clicks will do the job, and it will. Void comes out. He needs the silence coming through, but here comes Moo. Called out's going to fly. Rocket Barrage as well. Voker in trouble. Illusory Orb, the right click. Monkey's Forever gets the double kill after such a rough start. He's level 7 now, up to 1,100 gold. Disastrous turn coming out for Not Today. Big couple of kills, and they rotate everybody bottom to get this tier 1.
I'm really surprised Lion even went for that Finger, to be honest. It was a really nice juke with the phase shift, but he had living armor onto him, and even without the living armor, he actually had a pretty hefty amount of HP. I'm very surprised he went for that Finger without having anyone else nearby.
Yep. I think the charge was coming in, but it was a bit too late.
He was pretty far away.
Yeah, it was too far. Nonetheless, they'll be able to get a tier 1 tower for Root Gaming. They'll grab a couple of kills as well. Even now for net worth. Gyrocopters have purchased treads in just 1.8% of pro matches all time. For comparison, Tranquils is 7% of the all time, and treads 71%. Wait, what?
Or did he mean phase at the end?
I think he meant phase. Am I crazy? Want packs?
Anyway, phase Fellfish.
Thank you.
We knew what you meant.
We got you, buddy.
Oh, look at this plethora
ward
of wards. Who can get it first? This is the question. Oh no, they're getting baited by wards.
I don't know who's getting baited by who, honestly. Lightning Storm's going to go through Smash. Split Earth is going to connect. They have the sentry down. Moo is dead. All that just for a couple of wards.
That's big, actually. Not only do they get their wards, but
they're going to get the Treant Protector as well.
God. And I love Smash's. I love his skill build, too. I think it's perfect.
Yep.
Because if you're in the mid lane, you actually... Oh, there's action mid, actually. It's Van putting some damage. He's got a...
TC! Can't get away! Ooh, that last right click.
They're pursuing this Wisp.
Looking for a Pounce. He doesn't have it yet. 2 seconds. Another strike's going to go. There's nowhere to run, Fluff. Oh, Van is so low. Oh, my God. Split Earth came in. Actually, there was a TP cancel. That was really smart. Whoever's TPing in was probably going to die there. And Not Today are just running at them, and it's paying dividends. They have a Shadow Blade now on Van. He's super farmed.
Oh, God. Did you see that living armor? It does nothing against the Edict. Even low levels. It's actually level 3 now, though. But that's what I was saying. I really like the skill build of Leshrac, much more than we saw last night when I think MSS was playing it. I think this is just so much stronger. You don't even have to necessarily get the level 2 of Pulse Nova. The upgrade from 1 to 2 is actually not even that great. It's, like I said, you go from 0 damage to 100, and then it goes up and scales by 30. Just another kill from Van, doing work with that Shadow Blade. He's unstoppable now, 6-0 and 2, just crazy amounts of farm for him. But now he's just putting more points into the Edict, because he knows how fast he can cut through that living armor with it.
And now the tower going down so fast, and that's going to make for not only just tower damage too, but like you get that extra damage on all the heroes, although it does split it up with more heroes that are nearby, with more units nearby, but still. With Pulse Nova, Lightning Storm, and Edict, not to mention Split Earth, you have so much damage. Van is Shadow Bladed looking for a kill, and he might find it on Monkey's Forever. Darkback's going to go. That's not really the hero to go on, but Van will still chase him down. Can't really get on the pounce there. Didn't have the movement speed. They rotate to help him out. They throw a Sentry Ward down just to make sure that there's no Shadow Blade coming in from the backside. You can see Van, he wants the skill. He can't really find it, though. He's on his own. He's making so much space. He can get a kill here. He might actually find one. Monkey's Fervor just used his orb. He's going to walk right into the sentry, though. Van. Uh-oh, you're in trouble. Wainingriff's going to fly. He's going to maybe go down. The call down's going to go through. He breaks the Dream Coil. Shadow dances. He's going to keep him alive, but they do lose the line. The Spirit's coming out. Pounces. Gets to the low ground. He's actually going to survive. Relocate coming in. They want this kill. It's the Treant, but they can't chase him down. He's too fast. On the backside, here comes Smash. TC's low. A couple of right clicks. They get the Requiem off. Ifrit getting turned on. Look at Smash still going to work, but he's out of mana. He's got the Bloodstone, but he's alone. It's a 2-for-0 trade so far. Smash in trouble. Pulse Nova ready to go. Split Earth misses on everybody. They back up. They juke it for a moment. Now Smash getting right-click down. Presents the Dark Lord in the area. Yules is going to come up as well. They're going to rock barrage him. See you later, Smash. That is the perfect timing for Root to get those kills. As he gets his Bloodstone finger, blows up Moo. English, please. Van stuck in the tree line. Meanwhile, Void up TC. Still alive. The Leech Seed healing him up as well. The last right click will come in from Voker. Now Jason's getting charged as well. 2 dead on the side of Root. It was going so well for him, but it's turning back. Not till they get back into the fray. Do they have detection? Nether Strike, they don't. Earthspike misses. They can't find the kill. Van Dark Packs, but he's not quite there.
I don't know why Voker didn't use his silence. He had Crippling Fear up the whole time. Thought he was. I guess he's just trying to save it, but that was not the time to save it. Should have known that he was trying to save it for after the stun came out from Spirit Breaker, but the Invis came out and then
God.
like, oh whoops. Slark is in. There's a coil up, but no silence from the puck. It's actually getting charged right now.
All right. Well, that was a bad fight for Not Today for like the first couple of minutes there, and then it turned bad for Root. Equally as bad, if even. Silver Edge is going to be the item that Slark goes for, which is so good. Presence of the Dark Lord disabled. I mean, maybe not in this game. It's not that, like, in terms of just having the passives disabled.
Yeah.
But in terms of damage and an item that scales very well, Silver Edge is a great item, especially for a Slark, I think. It's a really good item.
It's just the fact that it's an upgradable item that's only takes up 1 item slot, and it has just mega features involved. Like, there's everything. There's the I think it actually has a lower cooldown than the Shadow Blade itself. I'm going to double check this real quickly here. So the Shadow Blade, it's a 28-second cooldown, and yeah, it's 24 seconds. Yeah. I remember seeing that. I was like, huh, that's kind of cool. Nobody really talked about that. But that 4-second cooldown is actually a pretty big deal.
Is the duration the same for Shadow Blade?
I think it is. You know what? It never actually says on there how long it lasts for. I don't think. Wait. No, it does. Shadow Walk, 14. And so for Shadow Blade, Shadow Walk 14. So you get just 4 extra seconds. And no one's ever really touched on that, but it's actually a pretty big deal, especially on a hero like Slark, where you're trying to get in and out constantly, go for a kill, maybe you don't get it, you poke out again, then you can poke back in with it. It's actually really effective.
That makes him so hard to kill between Shadow Dance and Silver Edge and the cooldown with that. How are you going to bring down the Slark? God forbid he gets a BKB or something, or another defensive item. I don't know how you're going to kill him. Van is on point this game, and Smash as well. Again, 5 Bloodstone charges, that kind of sucks, but that was because of the last fight going so poorly for him. They finally take down the Tier 1 tower top lane. He'll get the gold for that item, or for whatever for his next item is, and we'll go from there. Ogre Club picked up for Gyrocopter, trying to get to, I imagine, a BKB. He did go for, by the way, Tread's Drum, which is what Moo went the other day, which is what you were talking about. However, he's not having nearly as great of a game. Charge was coming mid lane, coming out from Ifrit. Not able to find anybody.
They have a Sentry Ward down, but I don't think it saw Slark because they have no other extra vision there. There's like no creeps there. There wasn't a ward. So they don't actually know he's here. They actually don't know that English Please is here either. Who just picked up a Glimmer Cape as well. So they have double Invis initiation.
Weird to see a line not go for Blink first.
Yeah.
It's just unusual.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird. He also kind of, I know they nerfed it a bit and gave it a hefty mana cost. Oh, charge now onto the Wisp.
Well, Dream Coil's going to go through onto Ifrit. Moo now going to get caught out. Double Split Earth comes in. There's going to be the Edict as well as the Pulse Nova, but they don't get a kill yet. TC gets the Requiem off the Raze going through. He missed the first one. Smash. Lightning Storm cleans the kill up after the Pulse Nova takes him down. They do get the puck in the backside as well with Ifrit. They're looking for more relocate out from Moo. Brian gets away in time. Nice relocate, but they will probably lose this IO in the process.
Maybe.
They should stay around, honestly.
Okay, if they have the stun from English Please. I'm just going to call him English Please because I really like that name.
I mean,
it's relevant to my matchmaking Dota games, is what I want to say.
English Please.
Yes.
It's like somebody saying mid, please.
And it's ironic that someone from Peru has that.
Misco. Funny guy he is.
I think they all speak English.
I think that is Misco. I hope that's Misco, not Singer. Well,
anyway, Smash, that I thought he was actually going to be in some trouble there, but with extra regen, now he's got the 8 Bloodstone charges. I thought he was only got 7, but he got 1 more from the puck kill. Or no, the Wisp kill, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, that's really, really good for him.
And he's 1,000 away from his BKB completion, which is very important.
Huge.
That item, this game in particular, with all of the early game aggression coming out from a gyro or from puck, even the SF with double raises,
yeah,
he's pretty much untouchable once he gets that BKB. There's really no right. I mean, I guess between an SF and a gyrocopter, there is some right click, and maybe if he doesn't get his BKB off, then he somehow dies. But with a BKB, it feels like he could just run in, pop all of his stuff, and kill everybody, honestly.
I'm not really a big fan of TC's item build either. Like, I don't think that the Yules is that great here. It's good at least from... You can stop the Spearbreaker charge by clicking on him. You want to click on him rather than Yulesing yourself. Because if you Yules yourself, you're just delaying the inevitable. That's about the only thing I see it good for, though. Like,
getting out of a silence from a Night Stalker, maybe, as well.
Yeah, that's okay, too. But again, you're just delaying the inevitable. Yeah. You're not actually solving the problem of getting ganked.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really do that much against Slark, because if you already Dark Pact, you just come straight down. And then again, if you just Yules yourself, I guess it buys yourself time, but I think he's still just going to die anyway.
Yeah.
I think he needed to rush the BKB or go for the old mech BKB build.
Yes.
He's going for mech now, but it seems like it's a very late mech.
That just delays the BKB, which he's going to get next. I mean, like you talked about. And the problem, again, you always mention this, but when you have a Spearbreaker in the game, you don't, like, you have to build BKB, but you don't necessarily want to, because you're going to get bashed anyways, nether striked anyways. Like,
right, exactly.
You're going to get stunned up. It's just going to happen.
He has to, I mean, look at it, though. They have Lion and Leshrac on the same team. He has to get BKB.
Yeah,
so there's no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
Gyrocopter, he's going for a Sange first. It's not as imperative that he gets the BKB at least early, because if he gets to the 5 charges really fast, then he's just screwed in the late game.
Yes.
So it's actually more important that he doesn't rush it.
Would you say that the SF is like more of a mid-game oriented hero and the Gyrocopter is more of a late-game focused hero, at least in this situation?
I would put it more that Gyro just doesn't... Yeah, kind of like... Gyro doesn't offer much with the 5. Oh, hold that thought, actually.
Oh, wow, that is a huge Dream Coil initiation. They blow up one. Smashes get the BKB off. TC gets the Requiem, but mechs up. Yules himself as well. Call down going through. Moo doing so much damage. Rocket Barrage, Voker healing up, but he's dead. 4 down. They frickin' hold so strong. The only one surviving is Ifrit. Big initiation for Monkeys Forever. I think that Blink Dagger coming in, and of course that huge Dream Coil and Waning Rift. That's fantastic. And they stay alive. They easily get that kill with Moo going in, man. And that, the gem's gone too.
I noticed that he just bought a gem. That's some big turn of events. They're going to get Roche on here too.
Yep.
So as far as that, BKB progression coming out from TC, well, I guess he's not going to have a problem with that.
He doesn't really care right now.
Because now he's going to get close to level 16, maybe an Aegis.
Yeah, I think he's going to get the Aegis. He has a slot missing. I'm assuming that's for him.
God, that was just a huge turn of events.
Okay, so he just bought that mech, right?
Yeah.
And now he's up to pretty much 2 components of BKB. Like, he's 100 gold away from the Mithril Hammer. Ridiculous. Either way, that's a huge fight.
I wish I saw the beginning of it. Did you?
Well, they were under the tower. They were going for the tier 1. I don't think they expected to get jumped on. They jumped in with the puck. They Dream Coiled onto 2. Smashed BKB'd out of it, but by the time he had, the Slark was already dead.
Yeah, I saw Slark just got destroyed, just blown up before he really did anything.
So I don't think Not Today were really in position to fight that. That's what I was talking about. Like, not even for Smash, but for the rest of your team. If you're not in position to fight, it doesn't matter if you have that BKB. You can still take bad fights here. And that last fight is very indicative of that.
Dude, Slark is 8-1 and his net worth is so low. He's at 8,100 net worth, which is in 4th position. You would expect that, and he's 8-1 now. Like, he was 8-0, getting on his way to a godlike streak, and he's 4th highest net worth.
Well, what if he got a Midas this game? He's probably up there.
I think his items are fine. I think his items are okay, but he just... I don't know. I wish I would have saw the beginning of that engagement.
He had minus 900 gold. Is that? Are you talking about the Slark mod packs? Because that is a lot of net worth down the drain. Then, if that's the case, Jason's gonna get caught out. Split Earth charge up as well onto 2. Nether Strike goes in. TC in trouble trying to get the Requiem off. He will. Smash pops the BKB out at the right time though. Moo now getting caught out. Pulse Nova. Edict going to work. Advanced right click as well. That damage. Split Earth onto TC. Can they get the Aegis? The Edict will go. Aegis now down. Voker's low. So is Smash. Van back up to full health, but here comes Monkeys Forever. They need the Void. They can't get the Crippling Fear off or the Void in time. Look at these three here. They're so low. Yules is up. Voker will probably fall here. Van is going to jump in. Look at that Silver Edge. Just right-click damage going to work, but he can't get the kill. Now the Edict, the Lightning Storm going in. Van's stuck on the cliff, but he's probably fine. And still, that was a pretty good fight for NoT today. I think it was a 2 for 2 or something along those lines. 3 for 2 maybe with the Aegis.
Yeah, and they got a buyback on the tree, which is, I guess, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But if he ever wanted an item, he's not going to get it now. So it looked like he was probably going to go for a Glimmer Cape too. She would have been pretty close to.
He's not going to get an item until the ultra late game, perhaps.
Yes, ultra late game.
Oh my god. Never mind. I'm not saying that anymore. This is not happening.
But Smash's damage output is pretty impressive, man. And this is such a great game for him to have the Octarine core if he wants to get it. Doesn't look like he's going to get it now. Looks like probably a Shiva's. I can't imagine he gets
the Lotus
Orb. I mean, this is one component of him, but I'm not seeing anything huge here that it would reflect. Like, can you see anything? I mean,
there's nothing really targetable.
Homing Missile.
There's nothing targetable actually at all. Leech Seed and Homing Missile, and that is it.
Yeah, those are not abilities you want to build.
Do not. If you Smash, if you go Lotus Orb, I will yell at you. I'll yell at you, Smash. I know you smashes me past Orb, but still, I'll go in. Listen.
Shiva's is really good though with Leshrac because it slows everybody too. So you're slowing people with your lightning, you're stunning people, you're doing tons of AoE damage, and then you're slowing them again with your Shivas and a humongous AoE. And it just synergizes really well with his skill set.
BKB for TC now done, which we thought was going to maybe take a bit longer. But meanwhile, somebody gets stuck in the tree line. Ifrit, we'll just see in a second, buddy. It's not a big deal. He, I think, is going for... He's a broadsword, maybe a blade mail. Yeah, blade mail seems to be the only thing that he'd be picking up. It's a Battle Fury on Ifrit. Definitely not happening. Silver Edge going. Jason getting caught out. Look at the chunk damage coming up from Van. There's going to be the Shadow Dance coming in. They relocate in, I believe, with Moo. They're trying to find somebody. They can't, though. Cooldown's going to fly. Smash getting chased down. Still has the Pulse over. They can't go any further. Van's going to run back in. They need to get the tether up, maybe. And they leave Moo. Monkeys Forever silenced up as well. TC pops the BKB. They'll run away from the Requiem, but he does a lot of work there. Big raise onto 3 as well. Ifrit will fall. English Please going to get Yules up. Van looking to jump back in. Here comes Fluff. So far, 2 for 2. Smash gets the splitter onto Fluff and stuff. He might fall here. Looks like he will. He stays alive just barely. Moo getting chased down. There's the Crippling Fear. Van getting kited by Fluff. Find him with the last right click. Will get the kill right before the tether. You ain't going anywhere, Mr. IO. You're staying dead. Dead in the dirt even. TP's out coming through. Root will lose the fight. Just barely, though. I think it was 3 for 2 in the end. It was, in fact, the gold exchange, as you can see from the team fight recap. 500 of that gold, of the 1,000, if you will, going to the side of the Slark. That's pretty big. And then, of course, they get the experience as well. And they don't use much to get those kills.
I think Smash could have played a little bit crisper, though. He kind of ignored the Wisp. He thought he was going to die, and then since he ignored him, he ran away, and Wisp ended up living for like 10 more seconds. Yeah. That could have been 10 seconds where the Slark wasn't chasing him and maybe killing someone else.
He could have maybe gone on the Shadow Fiend, although the Shadow Fiend had a BKB or the Gyrocopter.
He already used it.
Did the Gyro live through that fight? I think he did.
He did, yeah. He walked away. He got the kill onto the line and then walked away.
Moo really needs a BKB. Like you talked about, you don't want to get it too early because you're a Gyro.
He's going for it now.
You want to have those charges, but he needs it now. Like, this is the point in the game.
I think it's fine, though. I still think his items are okay. Like I said, the worst thing in the world is being a Gyrocopter and having a 5-second BKB in 35 minutes.
It's like, you saw it the other night.
You use your BKB, and then you call down, and then they run away from the call down naturally anyway.
Yeah.
And then you have to run away. You've already blown your load, and then you don't have any more magic immunity. So I think it's okay delaying the BKB on the Gyro.
I think that was one of the reasons why Leviathan lost the other night, was because Shredder had a 5-second BKB, although he got this like twice in a row, so that'll do that. That'll do the job a lot of the time. Van looking for a BKB as well. He's actually got it now. Just needs to buy the recipe. He'll purchase that up. That's a pretty big item. Could also see the Night Stalker going for a BKB. No Aghanim Scepter for him. Not yet, anyway. Wants that BKB first so he can run at people. That's fair. What about English, please? He is nowhere close to a Blink Dagger. That's just never happening, it feels like, this game.
Well, at least he's got a Glimmer Cape, right?
He can look pretty, you know?
It has a pretty cool animation, actually.
It does. I don't really like... Alright, I'm not going to get into it, but it's a weird item. Midas is up. Voker, use your Midas, buddy. Oh, there's no jungle camps. Get that haste room. Get in the jungle. Get your Midas used faster. Get up to that BKB. No, they blocked the camp. No.
He got it.
Somebody blocked this camp over here. I don't know who it was.
Oh well, he got a Midas off at least. They actually, I wonder if the sentry, they haven't pinged it out, so this must just be barely offset of that regular ward placed by the Dire. Kind of sucks. It's a fresh ward up that or there on that hill too.
They gotta get vision. They have any wards? They do. They have English please with a ward. If they have nothing to like scout things
They know
out.
it's up there now because he's pinged it out. They're like, wait, why can't we see that ward? See that?
Yeah.
Now they're gonna know.
Yeah, they actually threw up another. They threw up an observer.
So at the very least, know that they have a ward there now.
Edict now going to work on the tier 2 tower here. BKB's done for the Night Stalker. This game still feels pretty even at this point. Gyro needs to get going here though. Actually a little bit behind the Slark now with the BKB picked up for him.
This BKB kind of makes Slark just invulnerable though. Took a lot of damage right there, but when they initiate with a silence now, Slark can just get out of it instantly. He doesn't have to rely on his Dark Pact anymore.
He's got that safety net. That safety net of the BKB, very important for Van. They're going to run in. Netherstrike was about to go, but it got used up. Now the silence on Monkeys Forever. Living Armor helping out, though, getting Netherstrike back. Might live. Mech goes through. They get the kill with the Lightning Storm. Relocate in. Buyback as well from the puck. Big call down. Finger goes in a fluff. He might fall, but they take down through. They take down 3. They take down 4. They're going to take down all 5. And Smash has to deny himself. He's got to kill himself. Get back to that well. They even Living Armor back up the tower. They could have denied it. They said, no, thank you. They relocate in that Rocket Barrage as well as the call down damage, plus the Flat Cannon. Moo is hitting hard, and of course the Razes as well. They're doing some ridiculous AoE damage on the side of Root Gaming.
Yeah, that was a fresh BKB there for the Gyro too. So his damage output, and this is like the perfect time to be playing Gyro. Like he can just go in crazy, spam out all his spells, and there's not really that much that can kill him unless you got like a Scotty on Slark, but he's really far away from that. I don't know why Not Today feel like they're invulnerable. I mean, this, like I just said, that Slark is invulnerable, but they rushed in with a weird angle of the Spear Breaker, and they just got Yuled up, and then they kept going.
Yeah.
That was just a really unnecessary dive.
They were way past that tier 2. They were they were on the lower staircase here, or like the low ground. And he bought back. He was able to just, TP here, then walk back and be involved in the fight. And as Motpax pointed out, Monkeys only lost 86 gold for that buyback after the fight was concluded, which is impressive nonetheless.
Yeah, and also like they're fighting so much and so frequently, or forcing the issue so much. Leshrak's now down to a 6-second BKB.
Yes.
So he can't stay in the middle of a fray for so long now. He's got to be careful. He's got to either cast the BKB super late or use it for initiation and then run away after about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So kind of in an iffy spot now if you're not. They just don't have it. He had such a great start on the Slark, but yeah, I saw that. But he's just got very slow item progression.
Monkeys Forever, as Motpax also pointed out, is going for a Lotus Orb, which is very good against Leshrak with Lightning Storm, I think. Pretty good against Lion, especially with Finger. Good against Night Stalker. Good against the Spirit Breaker, I guess, with Netherstrike. Good against pretty much everybody except for the Slark, because he has no targetable spells.
Right.
So that's actually a really good item for Monkeys Forever, honestly. But you could also make the argument maybe Lincoln Sphere is better. That's always going to be the argument. Is going to be Lincoln Sphere over Lotus Orb.
I actually think Lotus Orb is better here than Lincoln Sphere. Except for maybe the charge. Okay, what happens if you charge someone that's Lotus Sphere? Do they just start charging back? Oh,
yes, they do. They absolutely do. Relocate back on a Van. Overgrowth will go. He's going to Dark Pact it off beautifully. Then Silver Edges and Shadow Dances and TP's out. He'll make it through. Oh, the Dream Coil was just a bit too late, and I think the BKB was long enough anyways that it wouldn't matter. It was a really nice play from Van. A lot of emphasis put on that kill, but they couldn't quite grab it. Now the Shiva's Guard is done for the Leshrak, by the way, as well, which is another huge item. That's like the extra bit of damage and AoE that you need maybe to take a fight that you haven't had since the game started.
I actually think Leshrak should go for an Ags this game. I've seen him. He's like level 16 now. He has all of his spells maxed out, and he's doing a ton of damage, but it's actually just not enough.
Yeah.
The Shiva's Guard might help with that. Maybe he'll evaluate whether he's doing enough damage or not, but I actually think an Ags could be really good for him. His damage output's high, but it's not where it needs to be to really cripple the team. So yeah.
He just needs a lot more, and the fact that his BKB is down to 6-second duration is not...
That's the scariest part.
Yeah, not great. Meanwhile, Nature's Guise of Treant Protector. It's not true, and that's not too frightening. He gets a nice ward off too. They have no idea that he's here. There's no gem up. They had one a while ago, which I think is now on Monkeys Forever. The stolen gem of Van. Scotty's done for TC. They smoke up. This could be their time. They might even head to Roche, or they could try to go for a kill in the jungle, but it looks like they're going to do the former. TC's going to head in. Monkeys Forever will stay on the cliff. He's got his blink up in 7 seconds. Moo's going to do some right click. He's going for MKB, I believe, with the Demon Edge.
Okay.
I think that's a solid choice. Inevitably, maybe the Slark gets a Butterfly, so I think that's fine. He could go Daedalus too, which is also good. I don't mind either of them.
Yeah, I mean, usually Slarks don't go for a fast Butterfly, but I don't see a really big problem with Gyro. It's either the MKB or like the Butterfly himself, right? Which actually maybe would have been pretty good too.
Yeah, the Slark does well. Especially with his new BKB, I think, then yes. I think a Butterfly right now would be amazing for him.
Yeah, but
this is,
I mean, this is fine.
Yeah.
Like, this is still okay. It's good damage. And it's like reassuring himself that if they did go for a Butterfly, or even if they went for, like, say, a Heaven's Halberd for Spirit Breaker, you know, there's a little bit of a mischance there.
Yeah.
There's also there's something else I'm forgetting that adds mischance. Oh, Radiance, but I don't think that any hero is going to go for Radiance here not today.
Solar Crest.
Solar Crest, well,
I forget what the
I don't see anyone
is.
building
Like
that, though.
20%, something like that. They're
30%.
charging like, is it 30%?
Yeah, I think so.
Solar
Could be wrong.
Crest, 30%. Yeah, it is. Wow, that's pretty nice. I only see that in games where people are going to build Medallion anyways, and then like you
Exactly.
inevitably just go into the Solar Crest, but
Right.
who knows? There's not going to be one at least this game, at least not yet anyway. Jason's down bottom looking for an Overgrowth. Darkness away coming out from Voker. He's a little bit afraid. He's actually going to be going for the Aghanim. He's not too far away from 2 components. It's 1,000 gold right now. He just needs 2 more components after that. Voker's just running, and Jason sees him all the way. And so what was, I think, an early not today advantage? They still have a net worth advantage. It feels like Root are taking it in terms of momentum right now, but that could change very quickly.
I mean, Root should feel confident, though, just because the BKB is so healthy on Gyro.
Right.
Like, the 9 seconds is very comforting if you're him. 8 seconds on SF is not too bad either, which is pretty good for TC considering he bought it relatively early. So he hasn't had to use more than 2 charges yet, which is nice. He's got a Scotty now too. Top net worth in the game. They give time to Leshrac though. This hero is a beast in late game, especially in 6.84. I would really like to see Ags and then the Octarine core. He's flying something out to him. Bot's totally fine with that. I've talked about that. It's really nice to split push around. Despite the fact that Puck has a Lotus Orb, and we've talked about how it's pretty decent this game on Dire, his net worth is relatively low. That's all he has outside of a Blink, which at 35 minutes, 36 minutes is actually not very good. If you look at it, his net worth is extremely low.
Puck's not having a great time, and that was to be expected after a start that he had earlier on in the game, which was not very good, but either way, Monkeys Forever still has been a big factor in these fights with Dream Coil, and even Waning Rift too, which we haven't talked about too much, but...
God, you know what? Glimmer Cape's actually really good against Lesh. I mean, he's doing all magic damage, right? And then you get, what is it, 60-something? 60?
66%, plus your base magic resistance, which at this point for Moo is 25.
That's really good.
So you almost have 100% magic resistance. I mean, you're not quite there, but...
Yeah, I like that a lot. Maybe get a second one. like you should get one maybe for the Wisp too. It looks like he's going to go for Halberd. Halberd's really good this game.
I'm down for that. The Halberd against the Slark once his BKB starts getting to a lower duration.
Sure.
Seems pretty nice. They're actually pushing into the tier 3 tower. Top lane. Overgrowth smash. They cancel the TP. He's not going to be able to come. And they don't need that Treant Protector at all. They could take down this tier 3 tower. That's a lot of damage gone from Smash. The charge from Ifrit. He's got his overcharge. He's got the Lotus Orb as well. Void goes up onto TC. He doesn't have the Aegis, but he's very tanky with that Scotty. Here comes Van going through. Rocket Barrage. Van needs to be careful. He's got his Shadow Dance. Pops the BKB. Gets the Shadow Dance off in time. The finger goes in. They take down the Puck. He's not that big of a target, though. Van has to go and regen. Requiem onto Ifrit. He gets the Blade Mail. Doesn't do anything as TC is BKB'd up. Now they're going on the racks as well. There's the Salads coming in from Voker. Van back into the fray, but with no BKB this time and with no Shadow Dance as well, he has to pounce away. But here comes Smash finally into the fight. He's going to get caught out. He's got the Aegis though. Smash going to work. I think he got Glimmer Caped as well. He's just invis at this point. Called out coming through. There's a raise as well. TC, no mech, but he's got the Yules. He'll use it. Moo coming in. Relocate out was not there. You can see from the IO he's about to come back in.
Why
They
is he
need
killing
TC.
TC?
TC needs to help. He needs to get the overcharge. They got to get the mech off Willie. He's solo. They do get the mech, and now he's going to work on Voker. Moo picks up Smash. He's going to come back into the fray. TC doesn't have a satanic, but he's man fighting anyways. They finally get the kill with Van on the side of Moo. TC is going to fall as well. 4 down on the side of Root Gaming. Not today. Barely hold. Just barely. 4 for 4. There was a buyback. We're not done yet. Jason walks in and dies. Van gets a triple kill. He's up to 5.2k gold. He gets his gem back as well. All 5 dead for Root Gaming. He's going to look for a tier 2 tower on top of it all.
God, I was so scared. It looked like Van was going to die there before casting anything, but he waited so long to cast both his BKB and his Shadow Dance that he baited people to like dive him. So when Monkey's Forever came in, he's like, dude, he's so close to dying. And he used it at the last possible second, popped the BKB, popped the Shadow Dance, and then got the kills. I think Smash could play that so much better too. He just like, does this Glimmer Cape like stop you from attacking too? Oh, hold that thought, his Monkey's Forever. Oh my god. Just gets destroyed. There's still 81 agility being applied to Slark too, so
27 stacks? Are you kidding?
Yeah. So he's still got this up. If they keep fighting him like this when he's snowballing with these essence shifts, it's going to be a disaster. And look at this. It's going to be Rax.
He hits for 250. What was Rax bottom lane for Root Gaming? He's going to turn Rax for not today mid. They have no buyback on Monkeys Forever, but they have buyback on TC. I'm surprised he's not using it, but there it is. Mid Rax gone. Top lane now in trouble as well with Smash having the Edict. He was 21 HP when he Shadow Danced. So low. They couldn't get the kill. There was no AoE there. Pulse was going to go through. The Lightning Storm Edict was already used. They get the tier 3 tower. Moo's going to walk in. Split Earth going to go, but it actually misses. Moo pops the BKB. Overgrowth needs to come out. It will. Van. He does use the Shadow Dance. His BKB's on as well. Moo will back away. They want this Rex. Moo needs to go back in, and it looks like you can see not today. We're happy with what we got. Let's get the hell out of here. They get out of dodge. Not today will back away. They get the mid-Rax. That is not the end of the game for Root Gaming, but was once a almost sure Rex bottom after a couple of misplays there with a dive. Not sure, but they were at a really good spot. It's now a very bad spot for Root Gaming.
I mean, that should have been amazing. That was technically like a 4v6 with the Aegis and no Smash because of the TP cancel. Still think that Smash could have played that actually a lot better. Stopped going on the SF randomly and then went towards the Gyrocopter instead, then died. But it was Van in the end who ended up cleaning up. And as Motpax pointed up, I think he had something like, what, 16 HP, 26 HP? Yeah. Jeez, he was cutting it close, to say the least.
Yeah, he truly was. That is the definition of it.
But also, it just hit me, too. Like, this MKB on Gyro could also be a counter to the Crippling Fear.
Oh, yeah, the mischance.
The mischance from Night Stalker. Typically, you just wait. You're going to use your BKB anyway and get rid of that, so it doesn't matter, but... Man, what a swing of momentum. This kind of been ping-pong, this game. Back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's never really been a lead for Root Gaming, and especially now there's a 12,000 net worth lead. It just goes right up for not today after that Rex mid is gone. But it has been back and forth, and it could still go Root's way. God, I keep forgetting that Crippling Fear has a mischance at nighttime of 50%.
Right.
So you have a 1 in 2 chance of missing. Of course, unless you have that MKB or BKB. One of the two is nice.
Smoke coming out here from Not Today. They actually didn't catch the Night Stalker in it. Ooh, no, he ran right over a sentry that just happened to be there.
Easy kill.
That's the Smoke gank, so it's not exactly the most...
Well, if they get Moo, it'll be pretty nice. He might have to use his BKB. Nice slow coming out from, I believe, I don't know, what, maybe an SMY main coming through from the side of Moo because he has it. Now the pounce back up from Van. He still has his BKB as well. Shadow Dance. Nice fuels coming up from TC onto the Spear Breaker charge game. He pops the BKB. No another trick there. Van actually Dark Pacted off the homing missile. Pounces out. He's alone. He's going to have to pop the BKB and the Shadow Dance. Has to be careful, but here comes Voker on the backside. Lotus Orb on Monkeys Forever. But it's not targeted, and he's just going to die. Ifrit might fall as well. So far, 2 for 1. Big call down. Big flat cannon damage. Moo is taking it to him. Van. Shadow Blades away. They don't have the detection. Voker gets spotted out. Oh, big usage of that Split Earth from Smash. Here comes Van back into the fray, looking to get a fight, looking to get a kill, but he can't find it on the IO. Van will go to the tier 2 tower, which is not backdoor protected. The creep wave is pretty nearby, apparently. He'll go to work.
Oh boy, this is some weird plays all around, honestly. Van, he spent most of the fight just kind of waiting for his leap cooldown so he could get out of the jungle that he already trapped himself in. and then comes back in and just man fights the SF with the BKB on. But didn't get too many charges for his Essence Shift, so he wasn't hitting as hard as he did last fight.
Is it just me, or does Root Gaming need a gem?
They had one for a while.
It was
right?
Van's, yeah. They lost it, though, when they lost that team fight.
They definitely do. Yeah, they got nothing right now.
They have no detection whatsoever. They could have killed Van had they had detection. He would have been dead.
Yes.
He would have definitely been dead.
Ooh, Roshan. Hello.
That might be what they need for Root Gaming. This is Cheese Roast. It is the third. Van's going to come in. He's got the Shadow Blade again. There's no detection here. They have no Sentry Ward in this vicinity. This is an Observer Ward up on the cliff. Jason's dead. He's trying to get the Overgrowth off. He does, and then it gets Dark Packed immediately. Roche is low. Van's going to walk in. Does not get the Aegis. Now we have Ifrit and Van and Moo in trouble, but he's got that Aegis to work with. Van has Shadow Dance to work with as well. He hasn't used it. His BKB's still going.
Cheese.
Meanwhile, Van gets the cheese. He's ready to use it if necessary. Ifrit's going to fall. Van pops the cheese. Now the Shadow Dance as well. Gets out of the Roche pit. Jumps out of the cliff. Smash is here. The Smash is alone. Face Shift Monk is forever. They get the relocate out. No, it was so close. Requiem will fly. English Please going to fall. TC trying to do work. Moo's going to die for a second time. Down for 86, but he has that buyback. TC getting chased down as well. Monkey's forever. Blinks up. Here comes Van. Looking for a pounce. TC's just too fast. Pounce is not going to connect. He actually gets, I believe, an SNY. No, it's actually just going to be that Scotty slow from Van. TC slowed a big splitter from Smash. The Pulse Nova coming out the Lightning Storm as well. Lotus Storm reflects. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't do much to Smash. TC's going to mech. He doesn't have a Satanic. He'll fall. He has to buy back immediately. Jero might need to do the same. He will finally. They have to defend this Rex, but smart play from NoT Today. They back up. They do not want to deal with these buybacks. And NoT Today are probably one good team fight away from winning this game.
Van's stealing 102 agility right now. So he actually still wants to fight. if he can manage it. See if he can find maybe... actually, if Gyro starts farming this wave up here, with this agility gain, it's still up to 102. I think Van could
he
probably...
just bought a refresher too.
Oh, we'll see if he goes beyond. You see that? He saw him go up top. He instantly turns up there, but Gyro smartly walks away. So, yeah, this Slark in these long engagements, the Slark isn't dying. It's really scary the amount of damage he can output by stealing that agility. Jason lost a gem.
Oh no! And he's dead too. As you can see in the jungle, Monkey's Forever's gonna fall. That might be it. Those two heroes are dead for about 50 seconds. They have no buyback. And this might just be top racks, and maybe, just maybe, the game as well. As the Hex came out from Smash, that was the initiation they were looking for. They even have a Ghost up dropping. He's got 13 Bloodstone charges. Ifrit's just gonna run right in. TC gets charged through. Moo doesn't use his BKB just yet. TC getting jumped on with an Nether Strike. Call down will fly through. Van taking a lot of damage. He's gonna Shadow Dance here, relocate out. Van, will he be able to survive? He has only died twice, but it's just space created because Top Racks is gone as Smash goes to work with his Edict. Of course, the right click coming out from everybody else. Moo's gonna get chased down with the Shiva's Guard. Hex is up as well. If Moo dies, it's over. Van pops his Refresher up. He's got another BKB and Shadow Dance if he wants it. Moo will fall, and that is going to be it. The first game is going to be going for NoT Today. They'll corral them into the well. TC and Fluff says, please, we're just looking to survive here, and it's just not even going to happen. Van's still going to work. Maybe they will. They might survive on the well, but their base will not. Van BKB's, he just pounces out of the well as well. And he actually might survive. No, Monkey's Forever sees him. Van's kind of out of mana here. He can pounce away. If he pounces, he'd be onto TC. Dark Pack's going to go. Can they kill Van? Can they finally bring him down? They can. He is dead for 94 seconds, and he doesn't have buyback. Tier 4 tower's going to go down. And now you got to play the defensive game if you're NoT Today.
I didn't even realize that Lesh had a sheep stick this whole entire time. Now up to 14 charges. As the Ghost Scepter can possibly upgrade that into the Eth Blade.
Oh, God.
Which is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what more can we say about that? There's another set of racks there for NoT. More farm for the two cores that are just, I think, a little bit stronger right now in 6.84 as we approach the late game than what Root has. It's not to say that SF Gyro are bad, but I just think that a farmed Lesh rack and a farmed Slark are a bit better.
Yes. Just too much to deal with. For the side of Root Gaming, they are in some dire straits. And yes, that pun was intended. Well, for now, it's going to be Root Gaming looking to hold. Finally, the Gyrocopter will respawn in about 20 seconds. Butterfly is done for the Shadow Fiend. I feel like Satanic could have done work for him this game, but he never really got the farm to get there. Or he just chose not to go for it, rather. Either way, I feel like Root have fought so well, but there's just maybe one or two mistakes, and then they lose the fight.
Well, I'll tell you, Treant Protector and the Puck are dying like so fast at the beginning of every fight. The one time we saw it not have that happen was when Puck initiated with the Blink Coil, and I didn't even see it. So, but yeah, I mean, Treant, normally you don't see good scores on Treant anyway, because they're just usually not in fights, and you're just there for living armor globally. And when you do show up to fights, you just want to get your ult off, and then if you die, it's no sweat off your back.
Right.
But at the same time, he is 1 in 11, so he's given up a lot of gold.
It's not great. It's not like he has a lot of assists either.
Yeah.
It's 4 assists and 11
and
deaths.
As Modpax pointed out too, a lot of these deaths have been when he's holding the gem.
Yes.
Maybe 2. I'm not 100% sure, but
yeah.
Either way, they're losing the gem, and that's vision they desperately need.
Had they killed Van a couple of times when he had his Silver Edge or Shadow Blade going, the game changes drastically, I think. Smoke of TC is going to fly. They're going to head bottom. They'll look for a kill. Van is maybe going to get caught out here. Actually pounces away as he sees TC coming through.
Broke one person's smoke, and that's the Shadow Fiend.
Yep.
And Voker up here top. He should see this ward, but he can't, of course, counter it because he's melee.
Oh, he's got that Ags. Let's see that vision real quick. God, it's so good. Yep, there he sees the gem now. That was cool. It actually, it didn't show up for my map until he walked through. I didn't know that's how it worked. I thought I saw it anyways, but really neat that the vision is working like that in Dota TV as well. TC is going to back away for the time being. Oh, just sitting mid. There's going to be a charge on Moo. Do they have buyback on Moo just yet? No. There's actually only one buyback on both sides. One for the Monkeys Forever Puck, the other one for Smash/Rack. Which at this point, you don't really need buyback if you're not today. You're a racks ahead, actually 2 racks ahead. And you could get away with buying items. There's just no way Root Gaming can push out fast enough to be able to, if they win a team fight that is, to push into their base on the side of Not Today.
Evan Van with the upgraded, or not Van, Smash with the upgraded Boots of Travel can now TP to like Van if he wants to make some kind of, you know, tricky Lothar's play. He's also got another 4,500 gold. He is just stacked.
Get that Ethereal Blade, man. Let's go.
Yeah, I still think Octarine Cord would be amazing here. Even Ags would still be good, but I mean, he's got all the gold in the world to work with. They just picked up Assault Caress now on Voker.
Oh yeah.
So he's got that, and he does have the Solar Crest too. So he can pop that onto either Leshrac, give him that 30% miss chance. Apply to him, not for him. And then the Slark, give it to him as well.
That is another new item that's great. Like eventually these items are gonna get old, but like for now it's like really cool to see them like get picked up and stuff. And
yeah,
I actually can't wait for new items now. Like I'm excited.
New items are fun, man. Like even just to see the new the art in it. I like seeing the new art.
Yeah, the Boots of Travel too look pretty cool. I like the look of the Greaves, which we've talked about a lot.
Oh, I love the Greaves.
You are infatuated with the Greaves. That's the word I'll use for you and Greaves.
I like the art of Greaves. I like the art of Solar Crest.
Solar Crest looks cool for sure.
Glimmer Cave is okay.
Yeah.
I don't like the art of Silver Edge, actually. I think it's
hate
kind
the
of boring.
Octarine Core art and the Lotus Orb art. I'm not a big fan of those. I won't
Lotus
say
Orb,
hate.
Lotus Orb is just too like weird. It's like it's a flower, man.
It is a flower.
I guess it fits the theme of the name,
Yeah.
but the one I don't like is Silver Edge.
I'm not going to complain because somebody put their hard work onto the design of that. But
well,
at the same
yeah.
time,
But we're here to criticize that.
we are casters. That is our job. We apologize if we offend
We're
anybody
here
in
to
the process.
criticize how items look.
That's right. We're not here to criticize players, of course. They're playing their hearts out right now, 41-31. Like, this has been an excellent game for both sides, but Smash is looking to end it now. One's right in. Might actually just die here. He's got 14 Bloodstone charges. He's getting right-click down. They'll bring him down. They have to actually buy back a Monkeys Forever on the backside. Ifrit getting just kited. Requiem about to go, but actually gets another strike, and Ifrit's just going to charge away. Says, I'm out of here, man. Oh, the Dream Coil. Swing and a miss for Monkeys Forever. Can't find it. Oh, that's a disaster. Voker's getting chased down by the homing missile, but it's just too far away. It actually might like never catch him because Night Stalker, he's a pretty speedy dude. They get hit up by it now, but he's already so far away that they just don't care at this point. Smash is about to respawn too because he had like 13 or 14 Bloodstone charges.
Yeah, but he also didn't suicide himself and just got absolutely destroyed by right clicks from Shadow Fiend. He
Yep.
just stood there and died. I think he cast his BKB and didn't cast Ghost Scepter or something.
Yep.
And just got owned by right clicks. So that was kind of a feed. Like I said, didn't deny himself, so that's extra gold. So, I mean, Root have a fighting chance here. Tons of farm onto the Shadow Fiend. I think he's got enough just about for his Daedalus.
Yes.
But of course, you want your buyback as well,
He
especially
doesn't
when
have
you're
enough for
defending.
buyback and Daedalus, obviously. He's like more than 1,000 gold off that. Bash up from Van onto TC. TC gets hexed as well. Another bash coming in. Nice Lotus Orb coming through, but Lightning Storm will be reflected. Not much else there. Smash is going to throw up a splitter that'll hit onto TC. Earth Spike, and now here comes Ifrit. Vigor comes out. TC will fall, but he's got buyback. He's going to use it. Big overgrowth. Jason will fall next. Rocket Barrage Black Cannon, it's not enough just yet. Smash getting low. Refresher coming out from Van. They even get the halberd onto Moo. Moo's going to go down. He just bought back. No, he'll buy back now. TC going to work. Van is also going to work with the right clicks. He's going to get Yules up, though. Rocket Barrage not connecting. Smash Pulse Noving. He's running out of health. Van still going to work. Moo gets chucked down. Van gets the kill. He's got 31 stacks of Essence Shift. Going to town. Smash still alive. TC and Brian, the last ones to live, and that will be it. That will be GG. First game taken by the Peruvian squad of NoT today, and in styling fashion as well. Very close game. Very well played, too. That was a very exciting game, honestly. That could have gone either way, really.
Yeah, a lot of farm on Leshrac and Slark. And I mean, when you talk about, for instance, like thoughts on what are going to be the popular heroes of 6.84, like those are the top two, honestly, Lesh and Slark.
Yeah.
And they got both of them, and they were able to get tons of farm on both of them as well. So, despite the fact that Shadow Fiend had tons of good farm, a little bit weird on the Yules into Mech. I think Mech into BKB. He definitely needed the BKB. But nonetheless, TC did farm very well. They fed a lot on the puck and the Treant. And while the Treant can be expendable because it doesn't do too much in fights other than living armor and growth, you're giving up a lot of golden experience. So it does kind of make a difference. So
it was a rough game coming out for the puck, and specifically rough game coming out for the Treant Protector. Still, Root played very well. So did NoT today. This series looks very close. Could easily go 3 games, honestly, and it very well might. Game 2 is going to be coming up next year for WCA America. My name is NoT. With me today is Tralf. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, @MoTDota, @TralfDota for him. With that being said, we do have a bit of a break. There's a lot of Dota going on today. Make sure you guys stick around. We have not only this best of 3 series, but later on down the road, the big one, Summer's Rift versus NARV2. That is such a huge series to determine who is going to be coming to, of course, Burbank, California. This first best of 3 to determine, well, if not today, win it. They'll be traveling here to play in June. Very excited to see the next game coming up in just a second, guys. Make sure you stick around. We'll be right back.